though. You just be you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 15. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel like a kid again. Yeah.
Well, I've been in like this program at MIT. It's called Lifelong Kindergarten. And it's a lot about play, passion. There's two, purpose, and one other P word. I can't remember what it is. But I want to talk about a little bit with you about play, passion, and purpose today. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. And how old are you?
I am 15.
15 years old. And you're like, how long have you been coming into Rec Room building worlds, or maps as you call them?
So, well, I started playing Rec Room 3 years ago. Started off as a, just a typical gamer, when you test a game out or you start playing through it, enjoying. But then soon enough I realised that, Rec Room's actually a decent social place. You can actually speak to people and have, fun in general. You can also be creative as well, which I've also expressed in the Rec Centre a couple of times. I mean, the occasional putting the book on people's heads was pretty creative, so... and then I met up with lots of friends, way too many friends.
Mm-hmm. How many friends do you have?
At the moment, I have 1,543 friends.
How large of a crew do you usually hang out with here, though?
Usually I just hang around with, Maddie Jason, usually around a group of 4.
Mm-hmm. Did you know them in real life before, or have ever met them?
No, I've never met them. No. See, with Rec Room, you can, in VR, it's a different experience. You're able to actually physically interact with them, even though they're not there. But it still gives you the sense of that there's a player in front of you, or a person in front of you. You can still interact with them. You can even drop things on their face. You can tap them on the head or something like that,
Right, or you can high five, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We can also head pop it, yeah. whichever one likes. So going on about my building career in Rec Room. During my second year, I had a friend called JV. His name in Rec Room is called JV the Galaxy, or that name's JV early. He joined this event called Make Pen Boot Camp, and then my phone rang. Turns out JV was calling me on Discord, and he said, "Hey, would you want to join this new event called Make Pen Boot Camp?" And I was like, "Yo, I'll try it out." Marissa came up with all the details, how to sign up, class times and all that stuff. I was like, I'll join. Joined it, and that was the best ever 6 months I've ever been through. Wait, not 6 months, sorry, 6 weeks. 6 months, it'll be half a year. So, during the Make a Pen Boot Camp, I was taught on how to build houses, doors, rotating doors, flashlights, how to configure spotlights, how to make dynamic lights. I remember building terrain. Marissa actually helped me out with that. We built trees as well. I'm not really good at trees, sadly. Mm-hmm. So I just watch people build, really. On the trees part, on all the other parts, I was actually building stuff. And then I think after the 6 weeks, we had the graduation. I was pretty nervous, to be honest. It actually felt like I was actually getting graduated. It was pretty, my heart was beating. I still have my graduation video today. I was still through a lot. A lot.
What a great accomplishment. I bet you felt great.
it felt great after.
And at your graduation, you get a special graduation gown. You still,
I still have that. You get this green graduation gown.
Excellent.
Yeah, we
That's
graduated.
great. I am proud of you, Telekinesis. You're excellent.
Oh, you let mum up. Oh.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm sure your mom is really proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think after the graduation, I was actually one of the first ever people to get this outfit, because I joined the first Make Pair boot camp, the first ever creator class. However, I think I remember the first time I actually got the gown. I was in the rec centre in my own business. JV literally killing my phone, saying that we're gonna get the gowns, and that. Yeah. I was in the rec centre, and because no one had this outfit, it was pretty hectic when the box came in front of me, let's just say that. So, because the box was in a different colour, everyone's like, ooh, what's this box? I was there like, way, you got the graduation gown, and everyone's like, whoa, we got graduation, yeah, well, pretty much a whole tornado of the whole rec centre came all over to me. It was pretty hectic, I can tell you that. I got the outfit, I was there wearing it, I was like jamming I was pretty excited.
Well, it's contagious. I'm sure your friends and I am, and our audience that are viewing are just feeling your passion for this. I know that.
So after I got the graduation gown and learning all the stuff I needed to actually build structures like how I built this museum for Better World, it didn't start off as soon as I finished Make Pair boot camp. I actually just continued being like a normal player. I spoke with people. I had met some interesting friends, really interesting friends.
How many worlds have you built?
So I've built. Oh, let me think about this. So there's actually some maps which I built for other people, so they got all the credit.
Okay.
So let's say I built around 10 to 15 worlds, I guess. 10 to 15.
That's excellent. Well, Better World Museum's world is under your name, so that nobody ever doesn't know that you have credit, as well as there's two places in the museum in which you're able to interactively read about our creators. Yeah, we really like to create leadership roles in the museum. If you had a label of your leadership role, what would you call yourself?
I would call myself the architect. So the whole structure you see here, all the flooring, the support, the funky roof. So pretty much all the lighting block stuff. The structure around you when you're in this room is built by me. I don't like saying that because you never know, something might be built by me and I'll get lasered for it by Jason and Maddie, but you know what? Perfectly fine. Don't worry, you'll get credit. Just say that before they kill me.
Okay, Maddie shared with us that she did a lot of the interior, and Jason worked primarily in the sound booth.
DJ booth, yeah. So Maddie did do the interior. She did the flowers, the pots, just to add the more natural sense into the
Well, that's world. A special sweet part of the world that creates that organic interior. But your architecture, you used like this open plan design. Are there architects in VR or the metaverse or in real life that have inspired your work? And this is a very sophisticated design.
Yeah, so, no, I actually didn't get inspired at all by anybody else. All this was made from my head. So, the thing is with Rec Room, yeah, when I build...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! Yeah! So, right. So... Right. So, when I build houses, I have noted that I build symmetrically, or... So, how can I say this? So I build symmetrical. So I think I started building back in 2019. I didn't build rooms. I just built like a little like structures. You know, like how people like in the dorm rooms where they tend to build over the actual walls itself. Like I have done for a couple of people. I have actually helped people build dorm rooms, which is a pretty generous thing for me to do. It's actually pretty difficult to do. I actually helped, my girlfriend, Cray, if you know Cray. And then I decided just to build inventions, to be honest. Not loads of inventions, it's just typical, rec room stuff like brick walls. I don't know why anyone would be interested in brick walls, but still built it.
Of course.
And then, I was with Maddie Jason one day. We was scrolling through the event page and I came across an event which was created by Paige. So what I did was, we figured, you know what, we'll join it, because it felt, good and friendly to join, unlike all the events where they go, 1k token giveaway, Clubhouse or something like that. Nah, we were interested in that at that rate. So then we decided to join you, and because we joined you, you said you wanted to build a VR garden, so that's what I did. I got the red maker pen and I was building a garden for you. Then after,
I think the three of you had the giggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really cute. They just giggled all over the place. That you giggled and giggled and giggled, the three of you. And I didn't ask you to stop or didn't mute you. I continued to welcome you. I was like, oh, they're having so much fun. They're just cracking up. Maybe they're laughing at me or my weird idea, but it totally doesn't matter. I just adored that you were there and had the giggles.
Yeah, we was actually having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Jason doing his Picasso drawing.
Yep.
Yeah, Jason, you're a true artist with that drift controller.
And Maddie, darling outfits and
yeah. And then me just building a garden, I guess, or just socialising. I mean, Jason was Jason with his art stuff. And I asked you about, because you said that you owned like a museum or something like that. Well, you do. Sorry. So then I decided, because you were in that room, that simple, basic room, no offence, and I decided, right, because you own a museum, you built a community, I decided, why not? I'll help your community by building you a room, and that's where my true building started.
Oh my goodness.
So after knowing that you was in that basic room, I decided I'm going to build a map for you. I'm going to make sure that you get the most visits, the most recognition in Rec Room. Okay. Then
Can I give you a
Yeah.
hug? That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was so
So,
nice. It was the nicest thing in the world. I don't know, maybe you worked for like 3 days? How long do you think that the three of you built? I was tired. I just said, make whatever you want. I trust you. Did you
so,
believe me that I trusted you to do anything?
oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah, definitely
good,
trusted you, yeah.
good.
Right.
I totally
So,
trusted them too.
so I built a new maker room.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much the room which you had, but I deleted all the walls and that. And then I decided to categorise Jason to do the DJ booth and Maddie to do the interior, but they couldn't do the job until I finished mine, which was to build the whole structure of the building. So I finished. So actually, it took around. Surprisingly, it actually took 3 hours to build.
Oh my gosh.
It honestly didn't take that long. So then we had Jason do his DJ booth, which I actually improvised on by adding the lights. Maddie's stuff's still here.
Yeah, Maddie's here.
So we actually started off with the green, outline. If you feel free photos on RecNet, they're actually on the.
I remember it was all green here.
It's all green, yeah.
Which is cool, but in a video it would all disappear into a green screen. But I love this being green because we can, like while we're talking, I can edit this green part of the video to be your artwork or like a little video of what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, it's smart.
I use my own video editing software, but it doesn't really work well. I don't really have a decent PC, to be honest. So that's the reason why I'm on PlayStation.
So you're on PlayStation. Do you use a VR headset when you're in PlayStation, or is it just 2D on the screen?
Oh, I'm in VR, like full 3D.
Okay. Alright, good.
So I think after building this, after when it was green, there was a hard time getting the colours right. Maddie Jason wouldn't know that. It was pretty hard to get the colours right. And I think somebody joined the game and they decided to do a colour palette swap and made everything all white, which I actually decently like, to be honest.
I like it too.
Yeah, it's actually...
It's clean and fresh, and it allows you to be able to focus on the art and the people in the community building.
Right, so...
And it leaves opportunity, like we can put a mural on any one of those walls or change them for an event, but I also see that we're able to do creative lighting with colors and be able to completely change the mood. It's a perfect canvas.
So, right.
Yeah.
After when we finished the room, we were actually really excited for Paige to see it, because I actually thought it was alright. Still is, don't worry. Paige came into the room, and the reaction, oh my god, I remember it to this day. Oh.
Me too. I was overwhelmed with gratitude and awe.
I was there, like, I actually built something good.
No?
If you give feedback, it helps the creator so much, because the creator can add what you want or what the player wants. And I mean, what I say is, the player always comes first.
Yes, yeah. What advice do you have for young teens who are finding their voice in immersive media, whether it's in play building, play practice, passion?
Well, so for young teens or just young people in general, obviously when you start playing something, you obviously need to get used to it. So say if you play like Call of Duty or Minecraft, you have to get used to the controls, don't you? Otherwise, what's the point of playing? So, but for to get building passionately, you'll need to, or I say, you're better off going to actually play the game and then know if you want to give in your whole dedication to it. I know that sounds a little bit sad, that's what people say, but being honest, this map got into a newspaper.
Yes, that's right.
So, trust me, even though it's a game, this rec room can change your life, right? So I can tell you the social impacts which rec room has actually helped me on with. I had trouble giving eye contact. But after actually playing rec room, I tended to look at people's eyes properly, so it actually socialised. Then I've noticed that I spoke a lot. Spoke that much that my dad came in the room all the time and said, "Shut up," because I spoke a little bit too loud. So I was actually having fun in rec room because it's really immersive. I actually spoke more. I'm actually. I think I've become more comfortable speaking now because of Rec Room, because it's actually helped me develop my social skills and let's just say leadership skills as well, because I'm able to actually localise things and make sure that things get done.
Your confidence level, I mean, is way up here.
Yeah. The confidence, Keane's more specifically. I used to be honest, I used to always go to his house just go on the VR because I loved VR. As soon as he put me on that headset, I was like, this is my future. And look at me now. Let's just say, I liked VR from the start.
So did I. The first time I ever used it, I was actually hooked